Aretha here. Oh, I just tried this black and white scene. I love this. I love this. I like what's going on, especially because of what's going on in our lives. So this is cool. I really like this. This artistic. Oh wow. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So, how are you doing today? How's your heart? How are you? Today I'm better. I'm better than I was yesterday and I'm better than I was 2 days ago. This almost doesn't feel like it's me, yeah? Okay, at least I recognize my dimple, so that kind of makes me feel like it is I. Okay, so what's on my mind? Since this morning, the word is failure. That's what I've been thinking of today. You know, and how failure is not a good thing, but failure is not entirely a bad thing. If I think about the things that have happened in my life and what where I am right now, I do know that failure has been part of my success. And what's most vital is how you choose to fail. Do you choose to fail and remain in the failure, or do you choose to fail forward? Okay, so it just reminds me of when I was trying to get my driver's license a few years ago. I had been told by many people that driver's license is not something you get once off, and I was very determined to get it once. I mean, they say you don't get it once, but I know people who would have, like my husband, went once, got it once, everything. So, but that wasn't my own story. The first time I went for my, this is a story now. The first time I went for my I passed my learners, okay, straight up. But I didn't go for my driver's license immediately. It took a while relocating and all to where we are now. And then I went for my driver's license. I had been practicing, but on the day, so this is it. This is my story. The very first time I applied to drive for my driver's license. It was 2 days before the expiration of my learner's license. I've had that learner's license for 18 months plus, but I hadn't gone for any to try the test. And so this time I was going to try for the first time. It was 2 days before it expired. And so I got there because during the waiting period of filling out the forms and all, I had met lots of people who said that was their 13th time, the 8th time, the 10th time. I mean, it was all tales of woe. So I got there, I was petrified. I was like so scared. So when I got into the car with the instructor was telling me what to do. Of course, before you go onto the road, you have to do a test within the premises, within the testing ground. And I got there, I was shaking, just holding the steering. I was literally shaking. And the instructor said, "Look, calm down. You can do this. Try." And I'm like, I can't. I'm shaking." And then he says, "No, but give it a shot. Just try. Can you back up the car? Can you reverse?" And I held the keys. And I'm shaking. Okay, that was how I ended the first. I did not even try. I was so scared. And he said, "But you haven't even tried. Just try." And I was like, "No, I can't. I'm too scared. I'm just so scared. I'm so scared." And I walked out and I collected my first failed notification that I had failed. So, but as I did that, I realized, no, I wasn't ready for this. I'll come back. And then um I then booked my next test. I think was a month later. Now, the next time I was to attempt it, I met a woman in within the premises who um she was very she wasn't very friendly, and she was one of the traffic wardens, and her whole ambiance, her countenance was just not nice, was just not friendly. And guess what I said to myself? God forbid, I hope I don't meet her on the testing day. Yeah, I called her to life. So the day for me to have my test done, guess who was the person to test me? This very woman. So once again, I was scared. And I went in, I drove with her. And when I went into town and all, I stopped before a stop sign. And to cut the long story short, I failed again. I was scared again, so I failed. Then I said, I'm not going to stop until I pass. I went immediately as I was collecting I was being told I was collecting the certificates, or not certificate, the notification again that I had failed. I just went back and I booked for the next 2 weeks again. And so I went the third time. I can't remember what happened, but I know that yes, I went the third time and I met this woman again. But this time around, I said to myself, look, she bleeds red. There's nothing. She's human. She is human. And there's no reason to be afraid. It's one of two. It's either I pass or I fail. But I'm not going to give this up. I'm going to do this until I pass. So I don't care how many times I'm going to come here. She will keep seeing my face until I pass. And then we went onto the road. In fact, I think her surprise too was now my whole attitude had changed. As soon as I saw her, I smiled. Of course, she came with the whole serious face, don't laugh with me kind of thing. But I smiled. And we went on the road, and I tried to exchange pleasantries, but I know yes, they keep a very straight stern face, and yes, it was okay. We went, and to cut the long story short, when we got back, she said, thank God I don't have to see your face again. And I said, why? She said, because you passed. And I was like, oh wow, did I? Well, guess what? Thank God I'm going to see your face again. She said, well, I said, because I've got to sort your face out. I've got products that can help you with your acne. And she was so shocked because she had done everything to not be my friend. And here I was making friends with her. Okay, so the point I'm trying to drive out was I didn't pass the first time. I didn't pass the second time. Actually, I didn't pass the third time. It was the fourth time. But I kept going. Every 2 weeks I was there. And that was how I became known at the traffic office, because I was not going to not continue. I was not going to let the fear of being watched, just prevent me from getting what it was that I really wanted. I know there are lots of people who have been in that place where you try once, you write an exam once, and you gave it your best shot, it didn't work out, and you just said, no way, I'm not doing this again. I've been a network marketer for a couple of years, and it's the same thing. Many people give it, say, you know what, they've said if you have been in network marketing from 3 months to 5 years, you are bound to succeed. And if you don't, and people begin to give themselves time frames and say, look, if I don't achieve this position within 3 months, it's over. If I don't achieve this within 6 months, they give themselves, and they shoot themselves. However, at the beginning, they had goals. Don't we all? When you go to bed, you have an idea. You actually dream. They had dreams. They had aspirations. They knew what they wanted to be. Lots of people ask everyone. Ask a child. No, call a child and ask them, what do you want to be? They have something to say. Everybody has an idea of what it is that they want to do. It might not be what they eventually it might keep evolving, just like many of us who would have started out wanting to be actors or singers, or wanting to be, drummer boys. And then along the path of following that journey, you find something new, something different. Many of us are, in fields we never imagined we would be in. But then as we go, our goals change, right? Our goals change. But what doesn't change is the desire for happiness. What doesn't change is the desire for security, for freedom, for purpose, it doesn't change what you really know within your core that you want to do. What might change is the goals, the means to achieving that. And so today I want to encourage you to be proud of your failures, because failure is part of what makes your success. If I didn't fail those number of times, I might not have had an idea of how important it is to stop at the stop sign. I might not have realized how fatal hitting someone could have been. If I didn't fail those number of times, I might not have had the level of confidence I have now to be able to drive with my kids in the car. So that while some of us look for shortcuts to achieving success, it's important for you to embrace the journey, because for everyone who is successful, failure has been part of the story. Like many people know, if Thomas Edison didn't try 1,001 times, we wouldn't have the light bulb that we have today. Trying something 1,000 times may seem like a joke, like a lie. You know, the reality is that within the times when he got to 500, he might never have told anyone and said, you know what, do you know I tried this thing 500 times? I remember last year when I was creating awareness or carrying everyone along with me during my C9 journey. I had, like, for 5 days I was sharing what's in the box, and it's time I'm going to do that again because people are asking questions. And I was sharing what's in the box. There was a day I was just going to do, I was striving to do a video that was not more than 2 minutes. And at the end of the day, I had tried a minimum of 30 times. For some reason that day, every time I either stuttered, I stammered, I was trying to find words, or my diction was wrong. There was something wrong. But I sat there and I said, you know what, until I get this video right, I'm not going to move. And I believe that with success comes that volume. There are lots of people who look and say, no, selling, I can't sell you, I can't even sell a spoon. But yet they sell themselves in front of a panel of people in an interview. We sell. As humans, we are trading all the time. You are selling yourself, you're selling your business, you're selling your brand, you're selling your boss's dreams. You are selling at every given time. The question is what you're choosing to sell. Are you going to sell yourself in a positive light so that your product, your service, you as a brand get the interest that people need to have of you and take you seriously so that you can achieve your dreams? Or are you going to sell yourself and others that soppy story that you are no good, you cannot achieve anything, that you've got no creativity in you? Don't do that to yourself. I want to encourage you today. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is part of success. Be determined to succeed and embrace the journey. If you do not fail, you will never know how to do it better. So take the plunge. You've been given an opportunity to try out. You may have no idea of what to do. You may have no idea of how to go about it. What's important is that you embrace it first. You first embrace the challenge and then figure out how to do it. That quote by Richard Branson comes up all the time. I see it. If someone offers you an opportunity, say yes and figure out how to do it. And that's really the mindset. Success, remember, is not final, and failure is never fatal. It's a stumbling block, but this too shall pass. These two shall pass. And I'm saying this, I guess my mind is in a lot still with the loss that we are mourning, but it's also in the realization of the wins. For everyone that comes into your life, there are wins. For everyone that exits your life, there are wins. So rather than focus on what hasn't gone right, rather than focus on what isn't going well, why not focus on what you can take away, what you've learned from the experience, from the energies that you've been blessed with? Why not walk with that and fail forward? remember, I want to leave you with this. Believe in your dreams. Your dreams were not given to any other person but you. Believe in your dreams, and they were given to you for a reason. So go in the directions of your dreams, pursue those things. Sometimes you might need to take a step back. You might need to take a step back and do those things that you ordinarily will not really like to do. But I'm not talking about illegal stuff now. I'm talking about sometimes you may consider yourself too high for probably a kind of job. You might consider yourself too important to do some menial jobs. But if that job pays you and would help you along your way, for example, you're trying to study and you need to be a waiter to get the money, do whatever it is that you need to do to get you to where you want to go to. Embrace the business opportunity that is being shown in your face because you know you want to build a restaurant tomorrow, or whatever it is that you desire. If you know that you want to be able to pay for your kids' school fees, but you know that you could work your job for the next 40 years and you won't make enough to give your kids that quality of life, embrace the opportunity that has come before you to help you, to guide you. You know the goal, you know your why, and for that reason, that dream was given to you and not to any other person. So embrace it, pursue it to the end, because you owe it to yourself, to your generation, to your future, to write a story that's beautiful. Embrace the failures. They're all part of your success story. They're all part of your success journey. Okay. Thank you so much, Boniface. Thank you so much, Benjamin. I appreciate you guys joining me live this morning. Have a very blessed and beautiful day. Remember to be awesome. Take care. Bye.